Welcome back. Welcome back to Two Nigerian Women. My name is Ibukun.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abidemi. So, welcome to today's episode.
Welcome. I'm just going to adjust my camera so you can see me better. Okay, here we are. So, today is interesting because for two Nigerian women who have made it obvious that we have a voice and opinion, today's topic is mind your business. It is mind your business, and it's quite. It might seem contradictory to what we do, but genuinely, it's because there is a certain rise of entitlement that the public or the general world at large seems to have to people's personal information or people's personal decisions. So for those of you who are familiar with Nigerian social culture, there's this actress, beautiful actress, that just got married, and it was a huge wedding. All actor and actress friends, turned up. It was love. Genuinely, that day was just about love. It was beautiful. The dresses were, back to back, amazing. Everyone was so happy. Like, for me, I felt the
God.
happiness
Yeah.
radiate. She was so happy, and she's a Christian. She has said for years she's a
Yes.
Christian.
Yeah. Yeah.
She constantly speaks scripture and prays over people, like publicly. Not that she's holding the camera, taking a selfie while she's praying. No, it's people actually, showing her or recording her while she's doing said activity. So she's a Christian. So she got married to this guy, is not known. Like, the man has no, as far as I know, no social media presence that we could find, because we tried to validate what these claims were. And anyways, a few days after she got married, like, she got married last week. Well, I'm saying last week because by the time this comes out, to be a couple of weeks after she got married. But let us say she got married last week, Saturday.
Mhm.
By Tuesday, there was breaking news. This lady had gotten married to a man that had been married and divorced 3 times in the past 5 years with children, and he is 50 years old, and so on and so forth. When I saw this, I just shook my head. Here we go again. Here we go again. First of all, we don't know if this information is valid, and we can't find any means of verification, so we're not even spreading it. You note I'm not even mentioning names here. We're not even spreading this. But the point is, a few days after this beautiful, happy union between this actress and her now husband, there was pure, I don't even know how to describe it. It was almost like, I told you so. This cannot be true. This cannot be the fairy tale that she's presenting it to be. This is a 3 times divorced man. It's almost like people happy that their suspicion has been confirmed that this is not the fairy tale that is positioned to be. Even though, like our people will say, even though it isn't the fairy tale, what is your business? What is it doing for your life that she has married who she has married? Whether or not the claims are true, what is it doing for you? And someone who was talking about it recently was saying that, oh, it's so that the young girls can learn to see the red flags and then not make the same mistake she has made. You people have concluded she has made a mistake. How? How did you go from 0 to 100 in 1.2 seconds? I personally, I was saddened about it. I don't know if the claims are true, but genuinely, it's not even my business if the claims are true. They decided to put their business out there, fair enough, by showcasing their wedding on YouTube. It was on all the social media platforms. You couldn't even click a video on YouTube without seeing a shot of her wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding, and I felt so happy for her. If she's made the decision to marry the person with these claims, it's her decision to make. She's a human, how best to say, she's a grown adult. She's grown. What is my own with her own? Like, genuinely, it's not my business. And she didn't put that out there. It's other people that have scavenged the the depths of the ugly internet to claim this against this guy. So, anyways, rant over. Sissy, what do you think?
Well, I didn't really follow the wedding because I don't really know her. I won't lie, and I think I was away. I had traveled, so I didn't really follow the wedding. So I don't know much about her as a person. I don't even remember seeing her in any movie, unfortunately. So I can't even give my own hot take. The only thing I
Opinion.
remember was last year
Mhm.
when engagement pictures surfaced, and I think that's when Nigerians got intrigued and interested when she posted pictures of his hand, the back of his head, not even his
Mm.
side profile. So they wanted to know. But I
Hui.
Yes, but I think also as a people, I think we need to put our energy into something more productive. However, anybody chooses to live their lives and do as they please, I don't think it has any business with you. It's not going to affect the price of fish in the market. It's not going to make your hair grow any longer, your nails shine, or your skin glow. And I think it's okay. People, she's an adult, first and foremost. I think she's in her 30s. She's an adult. So
Mhm.
how she chooses to live her life is not your business. The only reason why it's your business is because she is a an actress. So she's out there, she's a public figure.
Yeah.
About it, but you don't really know these people. You don't know her struggle. You don't know her story. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know what she discovered. I think she knows who she's. She might not know completely because marriage kind of unveils a lot of things, but she knows to a certain extent who she took his ring and said vows to. And I think it's okay. Now, I'm not the moral police. I'll never be the moral police. It's not my business to pass my own on how she could have done justice or found, because a lot of people feel that she deserves better.
Mm.
And what's your idea of better?
Please, you know how they say misery loves bedfellows.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of these people have experienced marriage. No, it's not everything is on the surface.
Mm,
You cannot know your partner, whether you're the wife or the husband,
mm,
totally before you get married to them. So for you to now be saying that, oh, she deserves better, what's, like you said, what is your definition of better? And also, what is the, back to almost your own vicarious view, you're vicariously living to her in terms of what she deserves. It's the weirdest thing. Who are you to judge what she deserves?
mm,
And why is it a deserve as opposed to that is her choice?
mm,
We make choices whether we deserve them or not.
yeah.
God has made choices about us whether we deserve it or not. So where is this, you deserve that? And genuinely, I won't even say, I think it's just the way the world has evolved, where with the internet, the advent of the internet and then social media, everything is such a small, crowded world right now. We
Mm,
all feel entitled to know everyone else's business.
yeah.
Why? What does it do for you? And a lot of people are almost surviving on the scandal of it all. The news machine has to keep going. I still remember there was this guy, I forget his name exactly, but during COVID he started a YouTube channel, and YouTube was like recommending that his shorts or his videos regularly,
Mm,
and literally his whole USP was within the hour of the news breaking, he has recorded a video.
mm.
I was like, aren't you tired?
Who is the? I don't know that person.
I don't even know if it still exists, because after a while I was like, please stop recommending this channel to me. How you
Ah,
can ask YouTube to stop
yeah,
recommending.
I'm not interested.
Literally, he was posting on some days during COVID when everyone was at home not knowing what to do with life. He was posting almost 10 times a day on some days. Like all of a sudden, we heard about this. He's posted. He's put a commentary. Or he's just even read out the article. His own was to share information widely and get people agitated or kini about whatever he was talking about.
Mm.
And and it's that sort of mentality that people have. Whatever you hear, what's it doing for your life if you run with it? Genuinely, ask yourself that.
People really care. I think it's just goss. So we'll move on to the next. Because give me
Hmm.
a couple of weeks, they will move on. I don't really follow the story because, like I said, I don't really know her.
You
So
don't know.
I was not really interested in her way. So, but a lot of people are only interested in the next and in the next. It's just gist. Do you understand? So after
I know.
they'll move on, and then there'll be that aha, I told you so down the line if anything like that ever happens. But I think social media just made a lot of people to have just made it easy for a lot of people to have front row seats in our lives that they don't need to. And as a public person, I think there has to be two personas. You're not pretending, but I think you have to. People need to know that yes,
Hmm.
we are chatting. It is a very slippery slope because I'm also thinking about myself introspectively. But people need to know that we are chatting. You're seeing us every week in your house, but we're not really friends. So we can be social media friends, but we're not really that. We're not really friends and respect boundaries. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
never been one to think that because I see somebody on TV and I meet them
Hmm.
on a flight that I suddenly.
Mhm. That you know them.
I'm the last person that will actually fangirl someone.
Mm.
But people, a lot of people get offended when you don't do that. But
That's their problem.
I'm also
You
a fan
can't
of
help.
myself.
You can't help.
So you can fangirl me. I don't need to fangirl you kind of thing. But yes. But then again, so I think people need to separate. There's a very well known podcaster, two ladies that always talk, and one of them in particular, one you can
Mm.
tell is very open out there and can be relatable. The other one is not relatable, and she's friendly with
Mm.
you, but every opportunity she sees to slip it in that I don't really know you, she lets you know.
Yeah.
Get it twisted.
Wahala.
Exactly. So she's not the kind of person that if you meet outside, you want to actually say hello to her because every minute that she gets, she throws that in. So you are well aware that we're not really friends. And then she's also had situations where she's spoken about situations that have happened. And when somebody came to her and then she like looks at you and then looks you up and down, like makes you feel very uncomfortable. She's very, very, very open to she would treat you anyhow. So you kind of know that you can't actually be
You
friends.
didn't go close to her. Mm.
So I think a lot of our stars, silver screen stars, need to try as much as they can to separate the two personas. Unfortunately, a lot of people live on the popularity that comes with it, but it comes there's a good side and there's a bad side because you have a lot of them that want a private page and a public page, but before you know it, there's
Mm.
a lap and then you can't separate the two, and then they put everything out there, and it's almost like people.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, we were in this hotel. I was there. I wonder who she's with. I wonder who they're with. I wonder what they're doing. So you have that.
Mm.
So it's very, very difficult. But I think as stars, you need to learn how to let people get close, but not too close. I know it's easier
Mm.
said than done, but I think
It's
it's
not
just
even that, but see,
cultivate.
because like you said, you don't know her that well. But what you do remember is seeing a picture where she hid his face, and it was just the back of his head and a hand that showed, right? And I
Mm.
actually thought
Mhm.
smart of you. Smart because you don't want everyone jumping in on your relationship with him. Keep it private. So I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised because it was a beautiful sight to behold in terms of the love they had, and exhibited on the day of their wedding. So
Wedding,
I
yeah.
was surprised when the wedding was so publicized that you were hiding him before and you decided you know, to now show his face to the world, share his name,
Mm.
and so on and so forth. And that's why people feel they have the right to access information about him and then castigate your decision.
Yeah.
It's really sad. But you know how when we were growing up, our parents used to tell us curiosity killed the cat. I think that should still that still very much applies this day
Mm.
because we are so invested in other people's lives. We are. We're not even looking at our some people are not even looking at their own anymore. It is, what has this person done? Ooh, like you said, we're in the same hotel. I wonder who she was with. What were you in that hotel for? Did you enjoy your nights? Did you sleep well?
Mm,
You know, why isn't that your focal point? Why are you concerned about somebody else that was there?
mm.
People are no longer interested in their own selves. It's everybody else's, and their cat, their dog, their mother, their father,
Mm.
and their ancestors. It's really, it's almost, I think it's almost like a carnivorous culture in terms of information. You
Consumption.
are
Yeah.
eating your
And you
own.
just taking it all in, want to know, want to know, want to know. But then I have a question for you. So do you think that if when she released those pictures, she put his picture out there, do you think what
Mhm.
she's hearing now would have reduced or people are not really being interested? I think that actually got people reeled in because they wanted to know. Also, another angle is to maybe because of his history, she didn't want
Mhm.
anything that would, because a lot of people would probably have tried to
Derail.
encourage her.
Mm.
Yes. Leading up to would have been too much. So she was trying to protect herself from all of that. And that's why it was only on
Mm.
the wedding day when it was already too late. But I just want to throw this in. Shout out to those friends that kept it together. She released these pictures when I can't remember when.
It was earlier on this year.
Not
Yeah.
a sniff came out to bloggers,
Nope.
anybody.
Nope.
So shout
Nope.
true friends, because when you look at it now, we all need those kind of people in our corner.
Mm.
They respect our private lives. So her inner circle or some group of people. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree.
I only
I agree.
have one inner circle, and that's Bisola, because I saw the hype video. I can't seem to think of anybody. But shout
Mm.
out to her inner circle of friends that kept
Mm-hmm.
this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even leaked out to the public as people, because there were people that kept asking, "Who is this guy? We want to know." So shout
You
out
want to know?
friends, and I think it's a lesson to us. That's like I was
Mm.
saying that we can have our personal and we can have our private.
And
Or we can have
public. Yeah,
public
yeah.
and private. That is a perfect
Mm-hmm.
example. Her friends, her inner circle kept it together. Nobody even had a sniff. One sniff. The wedding day, because they knew what his name was, then the vulture started hovering and then the information was out there. So those kind of friends, that kind of friends we need in our corner. When you're doing that big deal, nobody needs to know. They're keeping it together. They are keeping it under. They are rooting for you while keeping lips sealed. Nobody
So,
know Jack. In this day and age, especially with social media and everyone wants their camera phones taking a picture. Ha! We all need those kind of friends. So
we
yeah,
do.
Sharon,
We do. And
amazing set of friends, and I pray that they keep standing with you, by you, supporting you, speaking to you, and
amen.
encouraging you
Amen. Oh, amen.
to be there through thick and thin. So no matter what happens, those are your people. So yeah, I just have to put that out there.
I pray God blesses her marriage
Amen.
and sustains them, because marriage under any circumstance is not easy. Whether both of you got in as virgins, never even seen a man before, a woman before in your life, it doesn't matter. It's not an easy road. And if you're committed, time and time again, you'll be tested. But if you're committed, you can stand strong. So I just pray God's grace over her and her husband.
Mm.
But yeah, but you see, that being said, back to the carnivorous nature of information these days,
Mm-hmm.
where we are consuming other people's information.
Yes.
I gist. You're saying gist, but this is not gist as we used to know it, OCC.
No, but to people, that's what I mean. It's just to them. It's not just to us, and that's why I'm saying that. I don't even know that. I don't
Mm,
even know this actress, so I'm not. I'm not invested in that bit because I'm not really in. I'm not interested. I'm not invested in that bit because it's not really my thing. So it's not just for
mm,
us. But for other people, it's a hot take. It's just funny
of
enough.
course.
I have a lot of people that will be giving their opinion on this marriage. So it's going to be something that's going to be discussed for the next however many months. I've not really seen anything because, like I said, I'm not interested. But
You're not interested.
passing their comments and their feelings,
Honestly,
more negative than positive. That I'm
more
gonna.
negative than positive. But you know what, Sissy, because like I said, and I made the disclaimer at the beginning.
Mm,
What we are doing here as a podcast is voicing opinion, and it could be voicing opinion on things that we are seeing, but
mm,
that's not necessarily what we are saying here in terms of mind your business.
mm,
What we're saying here is when you take information you've seen, you turn it on its head. You look at it from the left, you look at it from the right, you
mm,
look upside down, you look right way up, and then you decide to just scatter everything.
mm.
And she's not responding right now because hopefully she's on her honeymoon and they're being
You don't,
blissfully
you
in
don't
the
need
Maldives or
one.
something.
But this is a case that you don't care, and that's why I said
No, I
sometimes
think she
I,
would respond. Do you know what it is? Because it's a vicious cycle,
they are
Sissy.
going to
It's
see.
a vicious cycle.
You feed them, they will have something to say. So I
Of
don't think
course.
she shouldn't give any hoots about respond. And that's why we're talking about not caring what people think, feel, or say. In this case, she shouldn't care because she already took the decision to marry this man with all the baggage that came with him, whether I like it or not. He has his past, he has his story,
Everyone does.
squeaky clean.
Everyone does.
But you
Mhm.
decided to take that leap of faith and trust his word and decide that this is the man I want to be with. So what people online in-laws think, feel, or say it is irrelevant. And you have to get to that point that
Hmm.
you're not being disrespectful, but just because I'm a public figure doesn't mean you have a right to have an opinion on what's going on in my private life. So I don't think she
Hmm.
should
Hmm.
say anything. I think people are going to say what they're going to say. You can't help them. So you need to put on your big girl pants, ignore the white noise, and move forward. That
I,
is.
and I hope she doesn't respond.
She
I
needs
just unfortunately,
to.
what we see time and time again. You respond, it becomes more of a thing.
Mm,
Anyways, that's one example of mind your business. Another one is what happens, if you will, in ordinary folks' lives, where you're not a social media star, but you've heard, eh, whether or not you sat down in the company of gossips, you've
mm,
heard something about somebody. You do not even seek to validate what you've heard because, like I said, it could be a company of gossips, it
mm,
could be people speaking facts.
mm-hmm,
But you then take that information and you do Amebo, BBC One, all of CNN, Jazeera, Al Jazeera worldwide,
mm.
and you spread it across several people that don't even know the person, but they now know the person's business. And genuinely,
Mm.
I find that disconcerting. If someone comes to tell me someone else's business, I tell them I don't want to hear it. I genuinely don't because it colors my perception of the person. I
Mm,
don't even know this person, so I can't even validate what you are saying. I think that's something missing in terms of how we operate in the world today. We
mm.
do not seek to validate what we hear. We don't. We just take it as gospel. It is the age of information where it doesn't matter what was said, how was said, who said it. It is true. When did that start?
Is it gospel or is it gossip? They're both goss.
They are both gods.
Mm.
It's gods.
And they're
It's
both
God.
it's letter. So which one? Gossip, gospel.
It's, well, it's gossip that has been turned into gospel.
But
God help us.
we all had those stories growing up, and then you now connect the dots. Like, when we're here, when we're growing up, that somebody picked money and the person turned to yam. To a certain extent, where it sounds fearful. When you think about it, well, actually, now when I think about it, there might be an iota of truth. Maybe what.
Start to have.
Or if you went to boarding school, remember Lady Koiko, you didn't go to boarding school.
Yeah, ladies go. No, no, I didn't go to boarding school, but we heard about all the urban legends.
Went
Yeah.
to all the federal schools in Nigeria looking for her daughter that was killed.
Ew.
You will hear that sound in the night. Somebody walking with heels. I heard it. I wasn't delusional. Or
Hi.
you will hear half goat, half man. So is it gossip or
Yeah.
gospel? Don't go out
No,
and
no, no. But the thing,
because no,
that one is realms of the supernatural that we're not even talking about here.
but
What
no.
what is this?
Listen, they tell you not to go out. But when
Yes,
it is for your own good. It's gossip
yes.
was turned to gospel now. Because you see things and
That's not gossip. That's not gossip,
did
Sissy.
it really happen?
You know what? Let us bring back the old dictionary section. Remember when we used to refer to the dictionary so
About
people do
what?
not mistake what we are saying. Let us look at the dictionary definition of gossip. What does gossip mean? Because that's not I don't see that as gossip when people are warning other I can't say it,
Okay.
warning
Was casual
others.
or unstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. Lady Koi Koi is true. Lady Koi Koi is true.
We're not talking about Lady Koi Koi. We're
No,
talking about
true. Have both have is true.
we're not talking about that
I'm
though.
just saying
What
it.
we're talking about is when it okay, Sissy, you have experienced this as same as
Not
I.
seen goat,
Where
but I've heard coast in the night. I've not seen
hey,
goat have man, but I've heard coast. Eh, eh.
it's okay. It's okay. And genuinely, I totally corroborate. The supernatural is not a world to mess around with. It exists.
Mm,
It totally exists. But what I'm talking about is gossip, where someone has said something about you or something connected to you, and they said it to somebody else, and then you hear 15 hand, like it's gone through 15 versions by the time you hear that it has been said about you.
mm,
That's the sort of gossip I'm referring to. And that is because we seem to have lost on all inhibitions of not minding our business. When we were growing up, we were told to mind your business because curiosity killed the cat. There are certain things you should not even let your mind veer towards because you cannot validate it. Number two, the person that came to tell you about somebody else is carrying your business
mm,
elsewhere. You remember being told that if you participate in gossip, the person that is gossiping with you will gossip about you. And for whatever reason, we don't care anymore. Well, most people don't care anymore.
mm,
I do because if I have someone in my circle who constantly comes to tell me bad news about somebody,
mm,
I have marked you as someone I would never share information with.
mm,
Never. Because whatever I tell you is going to be for the streets,
mm,
and the streets and their scissors, knife, cutlass, machete will slice, dice it. By the time they wrap it up again, it has become another news.
mm.
That's the gossip I'm talking about. And genuinely, I think it's a sad. It's well, it's the world. The
Quite
world is what.
yes, but we need to channel our energy because there are a lot of things that we channel our energy into that are not worth our time. And I think there needs to be a refocusing of what we channel our energy to going forward as a people. Because what somebody, like I said, what somebody decides to do in their private life is none of your business. Just because it's posted online and it's there for your viewing pleasure doesn't mean you're their family member or best of friends.
No, I don't think it's joblessness. So I don't think it's joblessness. I think this is the new. Um, it's become entertainment.
Someone's misfortune, entertainment.
Yes. Oh, Sissy, why are you talking like this? It's entertainment.
Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe.
It's entertainment. Why is it on it? Because the way I found I even knew what was going on with that actress's situation
Mm,
was because it was on a TV show.
yeah.
I and my first thought was, hold on, have you validated these claims?
Mm,
That was my first thought. And I'm like, even if you validated it, why is it becoming? And that was where the justification of, oh, it's so that our young girls can know about red flags. It's a lie. You can talk about red flags without targeting somebody.
mm,
It's become entertainment. It's almost like Hunger Games. That is it. You are hungry for information about somebody else in order to use it against them to kill them,
mm,
and then it's entertainment for the wider public. That film was so true of what society is today. We feed on the misery, on the scandal of others. And I will be honest and open enough to say, at some point, I quote unquote tapped into it, but I pray I've pulled myself out of it.
Mm.
This gossip. What did they say? And who said what? Who said that? How could they? But it doesn't go anywhere. It's just for you to express false pseudo concern. That's what it is.
Yep.
The auntie sitting in judgment against the younger ones. In my day, if you knew what I knew, and share what you know and leave it there. Let them pick up what they need to and let them experience what they need to, because it doesn't matter if you talk to your blue in the face. People will still do what they want to do, ABCC.
Yep.
They'll still do what they want to do. Anyways, on that note, what we would like you to do is please like, share, subscribe. We talk a lot, but literally it's just me talking with my friend and my friend talking with me. That's why we started to Nigerian Women. We are coming up to our anniversary. Sissy, do you want to tell them what we're going to be doing?
Well, we're coming up to our anniversary and we're going to be discussing comments. And some comments have been, I don't know, we have regulars that regularly keep up and following. So they have stuff to say. So we're going to be talking, reviewing those comments and just unpacking them and discuss, because some of those comments are very relatable. People sharing their feelings, their opinions, their experiences. And we can definitely relate to that. So we'll be talking about that. And then we have another segment coming on, just interviews with more people. Maybe we're going to be having the immigrant session. You might be having us come into your living room twice a week. We have the immigrant session, immigrant stories, and it can be immigrants from anywhere. But I think we're focusing now on Nigerian diaspora because that's what we can relate to for now. But with time, we'll probably expand that. But we're going to be having the diasporan committee or Nigerian diasporan committee giving us their opinion on how the experiences coming into the country has shaped them, what they know now that they wouldn't have done, that they won't do or won't have done, and what they advise people coming forward what to do going forward in a new country, in a new setting, and how best to navigate this environment, a whole new learning and learning, just sharing stories. So that's going to be coming up on our anniversary. So I hope not an anniversary, but going forward,
Going forward, yeah.
yeah, we still have our Uncle Sue session, so that is still a constant feature. But on that note, we're very happy that you hung out with us today. Enjoy your day, your week, and yeah, it's not really summer here. It doesn't feel like summer, so
It will
enjoy
come.
the holidays because
It will come.
this feels funny. This morning I was wearing a jumper and a jacket, and now I've changed, and then I'm gonna change again because it's suddenly gone.
Cold again.
Yes.
Fun and games. Fun and games. But enjoy your day. Stay safe. God bless you. Until next time. Say bye bye, Sissy.
Bye. We meet again. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.